Active shooter situations have certainly become more prevalent over the last 2 decades. Statistics from the FBI tell us that. It's why more people now find themselves participating in active shooter training. And as our Matt Mershon and the rest of the Channel 7 staff found out today, there was a lot to think about when dealing with a potentially deadly situation. Matt?
Chris, they certainly dominate the headlines when they happen, but believe it or not, from 2000 to 2013, there were just 250 active shooter scenarios reported to the FBI. And while these appear somewhat sparse, they're becoming a more frequent occurrence, which is why more groups are learning how to be prepared for the worst.
Several shots have been fired.
There have been several so far this year. Last year, there were 30 active shooter events reported across the U.S., the most there have ever been in a particular year. That's why Benton police say they're receiving more and more requests from places other than schools to provide active shooter training.
Probably in the last year and a half, maybe to 2 years, we've seen a huge growth in the number of businesses and also churches that are wanting to have security type teams or wanting to have this type class.
Benton police were at Channel 7 Tuesday dishing out tips on how we can be more prepared, from how to engage a shooter to ways of identifying possible exit strategies. Channel 7's general manager Mark Rose says the station has already taken new measures to beef up security, especially with growing hostility toward the media.
I think when it does happen in our industry, it hits a little closer to home. It makes you think about, are we doing everything we can?
A tour by police of Channel 7's block-long building revealed how hard it can be to hear an active shooter event in progress on the other side of the building.
Obviously, everybody knows how to call 911, but how do you let people, if the building's very large or it's very spread out, is how do you communicate to other people in the building that you have an intruder, you have a threat in the building?
Communication, obviously a big factor when it comes to avoiding chaos. And while many mass shootings are committed by random strangers, more than half are committed by people who have a connection to their victims. Chris?
Okay, Matt Mershon, thank you. According to the FBI, 138 people were killed in the course of active shooter events last year. It is the first time mass shooting casualties have reached that level in this country.